Let's build your membership site using the free plan of Systemi.io, timestamps below, along with some other helpful links and guides, including a link to copy all of our page templates directly into your Systemi.io account. Now, when it comes to creating membership websites, there are a ton of different ideas out there, right? So links in the cards and the description to a video that goes through a lot of these ideas. Let's go ahead and rapid fire through 6. Number 1, you could create a membership site for your digital products. Even if you're just selling a template, a worksheet, or a workbook, or an ebook, you can create a central location that people can come back to get future updates. And nobody likes digging through their email, trying to find stuff. So it gives people an easy location to come back and find what they've paid for. Number 2, of course, is going to be an online course. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. And number 3, again, with helping people not dig through their email, is to create a newsletter archive. So if you have any sort of newsletter, then this could be a bonus, or you could offer this as an upsell where people can come to the membership site and find your previous newsletters. Because again, nobody really likes digging through their email. So these last 3, number 1, you could create an archive for your Ask Me Anything. If you create some sort of mastermind or place where people jump on and ask you questions, this could be an easy place to store all of those archived webcasts. Number 2, you could create a client portal. Or number 3, you could use it as a lead magnet, right? Sky's the limit. So again, link in the cards in the description to a video that goes through all different types of ideas. So jumping into Systemi.io here, we're going to go to products and sales, and we are going to click on courses. Now you see here, I have a couple of demos. We'll get to those in a moment. And so to create a new course, we'll come up here, click on add new course. We'll give it a name. Let's say Facebook ads swipe file, say 2.0, right? Everybody wants 2.0. And then for our description, we'll go ahead and use the unique selling proposition or elevator pitch for our offer. And the reason we want to do it this way is you can actually have your courses that haven't been purchased show up in someone's member area. So they'll mouse over and they'll try and see what the description is. And this is essentially to entice them to click to your sales page. More on that in a little bit here. So we also have our domain settings. You can come up here to settings inside of your account to set up your custom domain, and then theme. Now, really, I'm not a huge fan of how the colors work out. I really wish we could just pick our own colors, but for now, we're stuck with the colors they have. I'll choose purple so it's really clear what the color scheme means. For our font, I'll just go ahead and choose the same font we use throughout all of our funnels and for our demos here. And then for our instructor name, I'll just go ahead and put my first name there. Choose your logo. I'll go ahead and choose a product image. Of course, you can go ahead and click and drag and format it. I'll just leave it like this since it's a terrible example. Then we have our HTML code. So if you have Tag Manager, Analytics, Facebook Pixel, Google Ads tag, that can be dropped in here so you can track how people interact with your content on your site. Of course, we're going to want to show the module title for students, so it's really easy for people to know what they're clicking on. And then sales page. So this is actually really important. So for our sales page, I'm going to come down to our demo here, and then I'll click on our sales page. So this way, if someone wants to learn more about this particular membership site and they haven't purchased it yet, when they click to learn more, they'll be taken directly to this sales page, which is pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and click on save here. And now we have our new course. So let's go ahead and set up our modules. So to add a module, we just click add module, give it a name, click on save. Then we can go ahead and add another module here. Let's say we're going to call this video. And then we'll make one more module for Instagram, right? So Facebook ads, and then we'll do Instagram. There we go. So let's say we have our 3 modules. And then to add a lecture to it, all you need to do is click on add lecture and then choose a template. Now the template isn't really a big deal, so we'll just go ahead and choose the video and call this intro. And then if you want this to drip out, so you don't want someone who just purchased to immediately have access, you can add in the number of days. So let's say for whatever reason, they have to wait a day to see this. So we can go ahead and put 1 for our day. Well, actually, this is an introduction, so let's put it at 0. We'll go ahead and click on save, and it will automatically open up the editor. Now, when it comes to editing what you see here, it's the exact same as building out your funnel. So we won't spend a bunch of time going through how to actually edit this page in particular. But I do want to point out a couple of things. So number one here is with this video, you can actually upload a file. So you can actually upload your course content directly to Systemi.io, which is huge, especially considering their pricing. So most other membership softwares out there, they charge a lot per year and month simply because they're hosting your videos. So you don't have to pay for Wistia or Vimeo to host your stuff. You can just go ahead and upload your videos directly here, and they have a player that will actually play your videos. So that's huge, especially if you're still on the fence about whether or not to use Systemi. You definitely want to make sure that whatever you're comparing it to also hosts the videos for you, because this is a huge cost saver. Now, the second thing to point out when creating your course is, of course, making sure that it's easy for people to download your course downloads. So we'll go ahead and use a button. Let's drop it underneath our summary text here. And for the destination URL, we will say open in a new window, and we'll put the URL of whatever our PDF, Word doc, Google Slides, Google Sheets, or Excel file, whatever we want to put here. So the way we like to do it is we create this folder for our particular course, and we put all of the content for that course in the folder. And then when we right click, we click Get Link, and we set the link to anyone. So anyone with a link can access. We'll click on Done, and then I'll come back over to our editor. I'll drop in that link here, and we'll save changes. And that way, when someone clicks this link, they will automatically be taken to this file. And if you're doing anything with Google Doc, anything with Google Drive, then they can go ahead and make a copy for themselves directly into their own Google Drive. So I'll show you how we also include instructions for that. And actually to do that, so we'll come here, you'll see that it says USP sharing. We'll go ahead and change this. Whoops, we don't want it to say edit. Come on, there we go. We'll say copy. So you just change it to copy at the end. That way when someone clicks on it and they don't have share access, there will be a page that pops up that tells them they have to copy it. So it cuts down a lot of requests to edit. So we'll go and click on Save Changes here. And as you go through editing all of this, make sure that you get this design pretty much what you want all of your modules to look like. In fact, I recommend going through and making a template for yourself. So let's say this was perfect. This represents all of the lectures we want to make, right? So we go up here to click on Save, and that way we can go ahead and duplicate, and we have a copy with the exact same outline, because you can click and drag these to different modules. Okay, there we go. Open up, and then we click and drag. There we go. Magic of editing. There we click and drag to other modules. And with your lectures, you can't move elements between different lectures. So to help you with copying and pasting or doing the same formatting over again, format one, get it right, and then just go ahead and duplicate it so that you can click and drag it to your other modules. And of course, all of your lectures have a standard look to them. So that's all there is to it, to setting up that course, and of course, setting up the lectures. So now let's go ahead and preview it, right? So what does it look like as a student? So as a student, this is what it looks like. So this is the purple color. You might like it, you might hate it. I'm not really a fan. And then here's the link we set up that when someone clicks, you'll see, would you like to make a copy? And so now someone has to make a copy in order to get access to this particular Google Doc. It'll save you a lot of headache with people confused of why they can't edit something. And so we'll go ahead and click on our logo up here. You can see this is the logo that we set up. And this will take people back to the main course dashboard. So you can see we have our little description here. And let's go ahead and go into another example where this is using the green. And then if we click on our foundations, you'll see this is the format we like to use for digital products. And you can just make a quick screenshot showing people that this is what it's going to look like when they click that copy link. And so when they click make a copy, they will have it put a copy of it directly into their Google Drive. And so that way you don't get any of those share requests, and just make a little graphic like this, and everyone, for the most part, is good to go. So the same thing happens here. If you click on this, it of course would give a share link. So instead of opening up like this. So when it comes to your membership site, this is what it's going to look like for your course students. Now you may be wondering, why am I still seeing all of this stuff? And so this is a plus or minus. Teachable does this kind of thing too, where if someone signs up for one of your courses and they also have a Systemi.io account, or they create one in the future, then when they log into your school, they're going to see all of their Systemi.io options as well. And they're also going to be able to access their account. So that might be a pro, that might be a con, depending upon your niche or industry. It may or may not matter. So just be aware, something isn't broken. This is only going to show up if someone also has a Systemi.io account. And so that does it for our preview. So we'll come back over here. And of course, now we need to make sure that people get access to it when they purchase, right? So we'll go ahead and click on funnels here, and we'll go into our funnel demo. I'll go to our checkout page, and on our checkout page, we've set up some pricing plans, but we need to set up resources. So we'll go ahead and click on resources here, click resource, we'll select course. Our course will be the Facebook Ads Swipe File 2.0, and we'll give them full access. And then, of course, we need to make sure that we click on Save. Now, something that's interesting here, now that I click Save, it went away. So let's do this real quick so you can see the full access. And of course, select, not course bundle, course, and let's say demo, full access. There we go. You can also set an expiration. So you can give someone could pay for X number of days access to your membership website. So that's also an option. Obviously, make it really clear that they're paying for a specific time frame of access, because most people, when they purchase any sort of membership or digital product, unless it's a monthly fee, they're assuming that they're getting lifetime access. So we'll go ahead and delete that. You do need to make sure you hit that save button whenever you change resources. If you created an order bump, then you also need to make sure that you set up the resources for the order bump as well. And of course, with your upsells, you need to go to step configuration and also set up any resources that the person who purchases that upsell should get access to. And so now you have your membership site, it's connected to your funnel. Real quick, right before we wrap up here, you can click on course bundles, and you can come here and create a bundle of different courses together. And so we can go ahead and click on, we already created one. So I'll just call this bundle, and then you can just add a course and choose which courses you want to add to these bundles. And you can edit these bundles even after they've been set up inside of a funnel. And that's all there is to it, to setting up your membership sites using Systemi.io. So make sure you check out that link in the description to grab a copy of all of our funnel templates inside of whatever plan you're using with Systemi.io. Hit that like button, subscribe for more guides just like this one. And until the next, keep building the business you love.